Hey coin collectors, it's DC on the Big D, and it's the 1968 Kennedy half dollar, and here is the only mint that made them in 1968, and that is the Denver Mint. And so when you go to look at the 1968 half dollars, you think, well, it's not going to be too exciting. They only made it at one mint. There's nothing really special about it, and it turns out there are some special things about it. So we'll take a look at them as we go through. Now remember that from 1965 to 1967, all of the coins from the United States had no mint mark on them. So this is the last year of them, the 1967. No mint mark anywhere on here. The Kennedy half had only been around for 1 year before they went to the no mint mark. It first came out in 1964, and this is the 90% silver. In 1965, 66, 67, through 1970, they went with the 40% silver. 60% copper, 40% silver. In 1968, same thing, 40%, but they brought the mint mark back. And that's it right down there. Now the mint mark is one of the things we will look at on these coins, because in 1968 there are some mint mark issues. There is actually an inverted D where they put the D in upside down. They found one of them so far. It's probably worth thousands of dollars. There's a repunched mint mark on the D, and there's only one of those, and NGC says it's a minor repunch, but always look for it because it's worth quite a bit of money. And then there are some triple die obverses where you have tripling over here in the letters, mostly on the We Trust. What's that up there? Well, right up above the We Trust is a G and an R, and that's the initials of the engraver, Gilroy Roberts. So let's take a look at this coin. It says Liberty around the top, and you see the B, the E, and the R are all kind of stuck in Kennedy's hair. Then it says In God down here under his chin, We Trust down under his neck, and then the dates at the very bottom, 1968. And one of the things they talk about is this 8 on the 1968. So you have this big, thick 8, and everything else looks like a little, like it kind of sits back a little bit. The back of these coins hasn't changed. It's still the same on the back today. And it says United States of America around the top. There's an E pluribus unum on a banner that's being held by the eagle in its beak here. It's holding an olive branch on its right hand. It's holding arrows in its left hand, and then down here underneath there's an F and a G for Frank Gasparo. It's a shielded eagle. There are 9 stars above the banner, and then there are 4 stars below the banner, and that's for the original 13 colonies. 50 stars around the outside. Down here at the bottom it says half in dollar. This coin is not going to have a whole lot of detail in the head, but you do see a little bit of neck feathers and stuff on here. And so in 1968, there aren't any special varieties on the back, but it's still worth taking a look and seeing what the quality is when you want to grade these coins. In 1968, they made 247 million of these at the Denver Mint. They found one so far, but a Mint State 68 is worth $15,000. At a Mint State 65, it's worth about $20, so it goes down pretty quick. They made none at the Philadelphia Mint, but they did make 3 million proof half dollars at the San Francisco Mint, and those have an S on them with a proof finish. One or more of those has been found with an inverted S on it also, where the S is upside down. So look for that inverted S or the inverted D. If you want to get these coins, you can get them in the uncirculated mint sets, but remember, there's only going to be 1/2 in there. In 1968, they were still doing what they call the P, D, and S uncirculated mint sets. They had all of the P's, all the D's, a couple of the S's. So here's the penny set from 1968. There is the San Francisco Mint there. There is the Philadelphia Mint there with no mint mark. And here is the Denver Mint with the D. So if you're looking for the half dollar with the inverted S on it from 1968, it'll be the same mint mark that's on here, but it'll look something like this. So see how the bottom, when it's flipped over, the top it's like really top heavy. So that's what you'd be looking for an inverted S mint mark on the 1968 Kennedy half dollar, and that would be worth tons of money, probably thousands of dollars. Otherwise, this coin's worth a couple dollars just in silver alone. It's probably worth $5 or more to most collectors. Another thing that people see on this one is this like little burn mark up here. And sometimes when these coins go through the minting process, they get these burn marks on them. And even when they're finished, that mark will still be on there. It doesn't really add any value to it, but it makes it a little bit of fun. And then over here you see that there's some scratches, and these scratches back here are from where the side of another coin hit it during the post-mint process. And so those scratches won't take anything away from the coin, but they really won't add anything to it. And you can actually see kind of how the rim goes and hit it here. When you're looking for the Kennedy halves, you'll find it's often very, very hard to find the 1968 and 1969 Kennedy halves. And that's because people recognize them immediately when they see them, and they pull them out of circulation very quickly. And if you do get one, make sure you look at the mint marks. That's where a lot of value is going to be in these coins. And don't forget that if you are looking at these, look at the quality too, because there's a Mint State 68 that's worth $15,000. A Mint State 67 Plus certainly worth in the $4,000 to $5,000 range. So look at all the quality details on these, but also look at the mint marks and see if you can find one with an upside down mint mark, because those are so rare in U.S. coin history that it would be really exciting to find one. All right, that's all we have today from Big D Coins. I'd love to have you subscribe to the Big D Coin channel and leave any comments you have in the comments section.